Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Nikki. If you're new, this is Life with Nick. If you're returning, thank you so much for returning and supporting your girl. So today guys, we're going to get real. We're going to have a little girl talk moment. This isn't something that I usually do on my channel. I'm usually all about the Atlanta edition videos, trying to help people find apartments. If you're interested in that, go ahead and check out my other videos. But if you are here today to hear my story, go ahead and continue to watch. Also, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on that notification bell. Okay, so as you guys see in the title below, I am here to just talk about my journey of ending a 4-year relationship. So I'm going to give you guys just a background story so that you guys are not confused. In December of 2018 is when I met my ex-boyfriend. I met him at my old job when I was still going to school back in Akron, Ohio. So I met him there, and for 4 years we were just attached at the hip, from the very beginning. I don't know if anybody has ever had a relationship like this, and I feel like sometimes that is like, these are the relationships that just turned out to be the worst. But we were together every day from the minute we literally got together. And disclaimer, this video is not for me to bash my ex at all. I'd have no bad blood towards him at all, no hatred in my heart at all about him. I'm just here to talk about my journey of becoming single. Okay, so we started dating December of 2018, and like I said, we moved really fast. We started dating within a couple of weeks, probably days of knowing each other. We moved in pretty quickly with each other, and we were pretty much, living together for 4 years. And when you're in a relationship with somebody, nobody tells you how needy and how dependent you can really be on that person. And I don't mean necessarily like that you're being needy and annoying and you want to talk to them all day. It's just the fact that you become so dependent on that person that you sometimes don't even realize that you guys have issues. So you get comfortable with that person because that person is a part of your routine. This is the person that you wake up next to every morning, and the person that you may go to bed next to every night, the person that you are calling throughout your day, the person that you are texting throughout your day, the person that you're sharing the good news with, the person that you're sharing this crazy bad news with. So this is somebody that you are dependent on. Not only is it somebody that you're romantically dating, this is somebody that is your friend. This is somebody that you see every day. And with me, I am not from Georgia. I moved from Ohio. So most of my family lives in Ohio. And my dad is the only family that I have that lives here in Georgia. And I have a couple of friends. So, within my relationship, I feel like, especially when I moved to Georgia, I feel like I became so like just dependent on my ex. And I feel like a lot of people do that. Like, you get into these relationships, and like I said, you avoid the problems. And sometimes if you are in a relationship with somebody, you guys may not be seeing eye to eye, and which nobody has an ideal relationship to where you are not seeing eye to eye. But if you feel like you guys are always just at odds with each other, or if you guys are on two different ways of life, so he may be going this way and you may be going that way, and you guys are kind of like pulling at each other and like holding each other back, I feel like that was like the moment where I realized I had to like really walk away from my relationship. And I feel like people are always, they're always wondering, okay, well, if you're in a relationship with someone, as long as nobody's cheating, then there's not an issue. And people think that that can be like the only issue in the world with a relationship. Like, so it's like, okay, as long as he's faithful, everything else is fine. There's plenty of things that can go wrong in a relationship. You can have communication issues with someone. You can maybe have different financial views, and maybe the fact that your father and mother don't like the person that you're dating, or maybe the fact that that person is, like I said, isn't good at communicating, or if that person is selfish and you're not, you're someone who's more of a giver. It can be a lot of different reasons as to why relationships end. And I'm someone who believes that you shouldn't have to stay in a relationship just based on comfort. I feel like it's selfish on both parties. I feel like if you're dating someone, you're unhappy, not necessarily with them, because it may be something that you feel like you're not happy within yourself, or the way that you are within the relationship. But if you're not happy within that relationship, just in general, wherever it is coming from, it's okay for you to want to pull away. And I feel like when you're in a long-term relationship with someone, you get so afraid like of just leaving. Like you just be like, okay, like I have to stay here. I owe it to this person, especially when that person is, like I said, your friend. But then it's other days where you may look at yourself and you may look at that other person and you start realizing neither of us are happy. We're just basically just being comfortable together and just coexisting with each other. So that's like the first main thing that I started to realize. I feel like me and my ex were just not seeing eye to eye on where we wanted to go in life. And I say this all the time. That does not necessarily mean that either of us are bad people. It just means that we were not the right people for each other in that kind of aspect. We were just going down two completely journeys. So it's okay to not hate your ex. It's okay to like not feel like, okay, I just don't like you. I never want to see you again. It's okay to not feel like that. Or to feel like it's okay to make you like for you to feel like your ex is a good person, like, or that they aren't complete crap. Like you don't have to walk around bashing your ex all day and just carrying on all this energy. They, like I said, they can be a good person. They just may not be the right person for you. So that was just something, one of the main things that I realized in my relationship. And I'll tell you guys, it was something that was like so scary for me to like let go of, because I felt so, like I feel like that person was just so entitled to me, and but it just took so much to let go of, and it's a journey that people don't even tell you about. Another reason why is I feel like in order for you to have any romantic successful relationship, I feel like you have to heal certain parts of yourself. And I feel like you cannot be whole with someone and equally yoked with someone if you are giving off a different kind of energy as that person. So I feel like there were certain things that I needed to change and heal from within myself, and that it would be selfish for me to even continue on with dating someone knowing that I didn't heal those things quite yet. But that just goes to say, and I just say all that to just lead us to the fact that it's just going to be a journey. When you get out of any long-term relationship, it's easy to say, just give it time. Over time, you may think, because like I said, my relationship breakup is kind of fresh. It's literally only been 2 months, but I feel like, it's so easy to say, just get over it, whatever. And you may have moments where you think that you're over it and you're sitting there like, I'm over this. You know what I mean? I'm moving on. I'm healing. And then one little thing, like one smell or one song or one thing just happens. And then you just feel like, oh my gosh, like, I guess I'm not over this yet. And that's just my own journey. Other people out there may feel differently, but I know I do have moments like that. Obviously, my relationship breakup was like really fresh. It's like I said, it's been 2 months, but it just makes you feel like this is going to be okay. You know what I mean? Life is so short, guys, and I feel like it's so short to where it's like, why do you want to continue to spend time with someone that you are constantly at odds with, someone that you are constantly, always trying to get to see eye to eye with? And like I said, you don't have to hate anyone. You do not have to hate anyone. You don't have to go around forcing anything either. You can just love that person as a friend from afar. It just does not mean that you always have to date them out of comfort. And it's a very uncomfortable stage. Right now, I am in the process of moving out of my apartment that I shared with my ex into a new place. I am and trying to deal with the fact of, or not deal with, or get used to the fact of being single and just being just me and just worrying about what I want and where I have to go or what I have to do and what I want to accomplish. It's been a journey with that. And then just the journey of deciding on whether or not I am ready to date. When I first broke up, I feel like it's always so easy for you to think like, oh, I just want to go back out there. That's just the easiest way to get over somebody, is to get under someone else. And I'm starting to realize, that is not always the best idea, like you gotta sometimes face stuff head first and like really just sit and accept the fact that you are just moving on into your singlehood. And it's a scary feeling. Like I said, I'm about to move out of my apartment. I have so many new changes in my life that are happening, and it's scary because I'm like, oh my gosh, I was not expecting this. I thought that things would turn out completely different. I thought that I would be in a completely different place right now with my ex, but it's just something that that you just have to overcome. And there's a lot of different ways to do that. I feel like me is just doing what I love and staying passionate about it. Like, you know what I mean? I've been trying to record more. I have not been succeeding at it, y'all. I really be trying, but I'm trying to record more for my YouTube channel. I'm trying to get back into school. I'm trying to, you know, build my relationships with my friends again. And not that I didn't have them before, just stronger relationships with my friends and my family, you know, and just praying, staying prayed up. That's the most important thing. And just staying consistent in my journey. It's okay to be alone. It's okay to take time and take space to be alone and like really just sit in it. Because that's when you really, when everything really just hits you, is when you sit in it and you really just like, oh my gosh, this is what happened to me. This is what I learned. And this is what I'm going to do next time. So that way, when I am ready to date again, or when I do begin to date again, then things will be, you know, different. And I'll know what to look for and not what to look for. And I'll know how to handle certain conversations, or I'll know how to communicate better. But my thing right now with my personal self is me just, you know, focusing on me. And I feel like that's always just the typical single hot girl answer for when you freshly become single. But I am really just determined now to like really work on being alone, because that is something that I've battled with so much. It's just me being alone and me not always needing a friend in the room, or my family in the room, or a boy in the room. It's just me being able to enjoy myself again, and taking myself out to the movies, and taking myself out on dates, or just sitting in my room reading a book, or just sitting in my room watching something on my laptop, or playing The Sims, and being okay with that. And I'm learning that on my journey that there's also other people out there like that too. Like, I would like at some point I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot believe I feel like I'm the only person in the world who does not know how to be alone. And you start realizing like there's so many people out there who are battling with the same things as you. And you may be able to go to them and say like, hey, how did you overcome this? They may be able to give you some pointers on what you can do to maybe help you feel better too. And it's just a journey, guys. I'm excited to be on this journey with you guys. I do want to do more like self-help videos on like how to like deal with like breakups and stuff, because I'm not gonna lie, like y'all been going through it, like and it's a journey itself. But you know, I'm here to help you guys. People are out here getting heartbroken every day. I see it on TikTok all the time, and that's exactly why I have to delete TikTok from my phone, because you see those videos on TikTok every day. But it just means we're all going through it. We're here together. You know, I've had people inbox me on Instagram, as you guys all have the right to do. I have had people message me on Instagram asking me what they would do, what I would do in a situation, or you know, like my I did like my when I got cheated on like 4 years ago or something, or not 4 years ago, it's probably like 7 years ago by my ex. I did a story time on that. I'll leave the picture right here so y'all can see. But I had this girl who was going through the same thing, where her boyfriend cheated on her with her ex, and she messaged me on Instagram. And you know, I've had people message me on Instagram. So if you guys feel like you need somebody to talk to, because not everybody has that person that they need to talk to about this kind of stuff, you can always inbox me on Instagram. I always leave my @ in the description box. Comment below any other videos you guys would like to see me do on this topic. But just stay prayed up. You know, these long-term relationships are a journey, and I think that's what my message was to get across in this video. Is just, it's going to be a journey. It's going to be days where you feel very sad and where you feel very lost and out of control. But there's also going to be days where you have some clarity, and you over time will see that everything happens for a reason, and that God is going to replace that at some point, if not with some kind of blessing that is even bigger and more important, and that holds a higher value. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Like I said, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, give this video a thumbs up, turn on that notification bell so that you're notified when I post, and I will see you guys next time. Bye.